Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mania Mayhem YouTube channel. I'm your host, Mania, and we got some new wrestling merch, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Roman Reigns t-shirt. How about y'all acknowledge me as the best wrestling content creator in the world? That's right, the best wrestling content creator. Acknowledge me. How's everybody doing? Everybody week been? I just kind of wanted to make this video just 'cause I didn't really know what else to make a video on. Kind of figured, you know what, I'll just do this video on some of the releases that just happened. So there's been a few releases that happened. So I figured, why not talk about the few releases and why not talk about WrestleMania 42? Because I think that's the biggest thing happening in wrestling right now is WrestleMania 42. People want to talk about it. So let's talk about it, shall we? So some of the releases that happened in WWE, let's talk about them. So honestly, the most notable one is Mr. R Truth and Carlito. Now, I'm not gonna now before I get onto the why they released it, okay? It could have been a mutual thing. I don't know. They could have asked for their releases. We have no I don't know. I don't know. We don't know if our Truth and Carlito asked for their releases. I don't think our Truth did. I don't think our Truth would have been the guy to do it. Our Truth was literally just in the main event, literally last week in a pay-per-view. Or I guess premium house event, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what you would call it, but our Truth was literally just in a big match against John Cena. And he had his t-shirt was number one selling on WWE on WWE shop. It was the number one selling t-shirt. And then they released him right after. How do you I don't get how that makes sense to me. To me that doesn't make any sense. Now, it was a contract year for R Truth as well, so R Truth could have asked for maybe R Truth just didn't want to maybe R Truth just wanted to go continue making music. Who knows? We don't know. Who am I to judge? I don't know. Carlito was the same boat. Kind of weird because I feel like Carlito with this whole Judgment Day storyline would have been interesting. Does he go with Dominic, Liv, and Raquel? Does he stay with JD and all that? It's weird. He's like in the middle. He's like, do I stay with these guys? Do I stay with these guys? He was kind of just lost in the shuffle. He did win a championship on his dad's company though, so I can't really say anything about that. And then there's a few more. Obviously, these are before these tools were released, but there's Braun Strowman, Cora J, Dakota Kai, Shotzi. Now, here's the thing. Braun Strowman was released. Now, I don't know why they released Braun Strowman. He was amazing. Not like he's injury prone or anything. No idea. Cora Jade, weird as well. I don't know why they released her. I mean, I guess she gets injured a lot, but she's not really injury prone. She's not Dakota Kai kind of made sense because Dakota Kai kind of made sense because all the superstars that are injured are kind of like she's in damage control, so with damage control being injured, you can't really have Dakota Kai on the show because she's injury prone. So it kind of made sense from that perspective. You don't want to have her wrestling solo singles. You don't want her wrestling singles matches because she's gonna get injured and then she's back on the sideline and then you have to release it. So it made sense. R-Truth made no sense to me. Shotzi Blackheart. Now, Shotzi just never renewed her contract. So she's not actually released. She just never renewed her contract. I guess that kind of makes sense. We got Blair Davenport. She was on SmackDown that one time to help like Chelsea Green or whatever. So that using that storyline. They released Duke Hudson. Okay. Acom. I don't know why they released Acom. Cedric Alexander. I think he's on AEW now, if I'm not mistaken. There's Sonya Deville. I don't know why they released her. Carl Anderson, some other people. Like, why are you releasing these people? I get it if you're not doing anything with them, but why are you just like releasing these guys? It makes zero sense to me specifically. I don't know why you're doing that, right? Like it just made. Now, let's talk about WrestleMania 42 because the releases came out as a shocker, but let's talk about WrestleMania 42. Now, for those of you who don't know what happened at WrestleMania 42, well, let me tell you. Let Mr. Jovemania talk to you. And WrestleMania 42, here we go. So for those of you who don't know, WrestleMania 42 was supposed to be in New Orleans. Keyword was supposed to be. Now they have a Money in the Bank. And they got Money in the Bank instead of New Orleans instead of WrestleMania. Now there's four rumors where WrestleMania 42 is gonna happen. One is it's still gonna be in New Orleans. Makes sense. You already advertised it, might as well just do it there, right? They want to do it in Las Vegas, Nevada again because I guess 41 they made a lot of money. It's like, oh, let's do it again. made a lot of money, right? So Las Vegas is the number one spot because they're the front runner for 42, even though the initial plan was for New Orleans, and the event the anticipated is going to take place again at Allegiant Stadium, just like 41. So I guess WWE just wants the money. Then they got New Orleans, which is the initial plan, which is basically where they initially planned it. But now they later now then they removed it and they put Money in the Bank there instead. If I'm a wrestling fan and I bought tickets for WrestleMania next year for WrestleMania 42 and they gave me Money in the Bank tickets instead, I would have been mad. I'd be choked. I'd be upset. I would be upset right now, and I would want like obviously yeah they gave you Money in the Bank tickets. Hopefully that was in the cost that you offer. I'm really hoping WWE did this. If you're a wrestling fan, like let's say and you bought tickets for New Orleans for WrestleMania 42, I'm really hoping that WWE, when they moved into Money in the Bank, they gave you your refund and they gave you the free Money in the Bank ticket. That's what I'm hoping they did. But the other rumor is London, England. Now that one makes sense. Now here's the thing though. WWE, the high site fees, there's like a bunch of fees when it goes to London. In England, that's the only downside. But London, I guess, makes sense because they had a Money in the Bank that one time or SummerSlam. I don't know what was that SummerSlam, Money in the Bank SummerSlam. They had the pay-per-view in Money in the at England, and it got so much back. It got so much praise, and everybody wants them to do another pay-per-view in England. So WrestleMania in England, I guess that makes sense. WrestleMania 42, I think, should stay in New Orleans. Now, there's another one rumor, but before that, so this rumor is Saudi Arabia. Now, I guess they just want money, but they're not going to be calling it WrestleMania because apparently when they go to Saudi, they want to call it Super WrestleMania. What the fuck does that mean? Super WrestleMania. It's already WrestleMania. What are you gonna call Super WrestleMania for? What's that for? Right? Now, not that many people know this, but there's a fifth option. The fifth option is Nashville, Tennessee. Why? Because they're building a new arena there. Since they're building a new arena there, they want to get, all the people going into the new arena and publicity. Makes sense to me. Why would it be Nashville? Now, if I'm WWE and I was to choose these arenas, I would stick with New Orleans. You already initially planned it there. And yeah, you already planned it there. You told the fans it was gonna be New Orleans. I don't want to ruin the fans. I don't want to change it. Now, if I'm not now, if I can't have it in New Orleans, if I for whatever reason can't pick New Orleans, I have to pick somewhere else. If I have to pick the other four locations out of Vegas, London, Saudi, and Nashville, I'm picking London because London's a big fan. London's a big, like fan. Everybody in London would just go big. London would just be happy, excited, and I think London would be the right move for WWE. But knowing WWE, it's probably gonna be in Saudi Arabia because they want that Saudi money. WWE wants that Saudi money. So I think everybody and their moms and their dads and their fathers and their sisters and their aunts and uncles, grandmas, grandpas, everybody knows it's gonna be in Saudi Arabia next year. That's what I'm thinking. But then again, the Royal Rumble is also in Saudi in 2026. So I don't think they do the Rumble and Mania at Saudi. That wouldn't really make sense to me. So I'm gonna go back, and I think they're gonna pick London. I think London should be the pick. I changed my mind. I think London should be the pick. But I do think that in the future Saudi will get a WrestleMania. But I think you should go London. I would pick London. So yeah. As the match card, sure. My early predictions. It's tough to say right now. Early prediction for next year's WrestleMania. Ooh. Actually, you know what? How about we do my Money in the Bank predictions instead? Because Money in the Bank's coming up, so let me do my Money in the Bank predictions. So we got at Money in the Bank, we got the men's Money in the Bank ladder match with Solo Sikoa, Andrade, LA Knight, Seth Rollins, Penta, El Grande Americano. Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, Andrade, Seth, Penta. Okay, they have six people. They're only doing six people. They're doing eight. Okay, that's weird. Alexa Bliss, Rhea, Roxanne. And then for the women's, it's Alexa, Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, Julia, Naomi, Stephanie Valkar. Now, these two are actually, I think the Money in the Bank, two things are going to happen. And let me start off with the men's. So with the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, I think either A, Seth Rollins is going to win it, or I think B, Roman Reigns is going to pull a Brock Lesnar. Now, what I mean by that is when Brock Lesnar won the Money in the Bank briefcase, he just entered. Everybody knows he just ran down the ring, went up the ladder, grabbed the briefcase, and he won. He wasn't even technically in the match. He just ran down and grabbed it. I think Roman Reigns will do that, but I also do think Either that's gonna happen or Seth Rollins is gonna win the briefcase. I think that's the other choice. I think Seth Rollins will win the briefcase. It's a never. Who else would you have win? Like I don't see Pento winning it this early. I don't see El Grande Mercano winning it. Solo, I don't see winning it. LA Knight, I can see him winning it, but I don't think he's gonna win it. Andrade could win it, but I think inevitably it's gonna go to Seth Rollins, and he's gonna be holding it for the second time in his career. Now, for the women's ladder match, guys, come on. I think, I think, I think the favorite is Rhea Ripley. I think Rhea Ripley, everybody thinks gonna win. I don't think they're gonna give it to Rhea Ripley. That like she's already had the title. She doesn't need it. If they want to do the first woman to fail, so if they want the first woman to fail her cash in, I think they're gonna give her Naomi. Naomi would be the perfect person for the first ever failed cash in. I don't think they're gonna give her Stephanie Vacher. I don't think she needs it right now. Julia, sure, you could give her Julia, but I don't think she's gonna get it. Alexa Bliss, between Alexa Bliss and Roxanne, because Alexa Bliss hasn't really done anything since she's been back, and I think like having the money in the bank briefcase would help her out a lot. And this could like, and she could win it with like help from this Wide Six, and she could be like, yeah, I was part of the Wide Six, whatever, because she still wears that jacket, right? But I think Roxanne Perez is gonna be the winner. I think Roxanne Perez will win the Money in the Bank briefcase, and she will cash in successfully now on who's ever champion. It doesn't matter to me. She could be the first ever person to cash on the US or the IC championship for all I care. Right? We got the women's intercontinental. We got the women's intercontinental championship. We got Becky, Lyra, and so I'm pretty sure if Becky Lynch loses, she can never challenge Lyra for the title again. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. And that usually, so now usually when WWE says if I lose to you, I can never challenge you for the championship. That usually means that that wrestler's gonna win. So based off of that, I think Becky's gonna win just because of that. I think that just confirms that Becky's gonna win because like usually a wrestler doesn't usually say that unless they're gonna win. So that's the thing. So I'm gonna go with Becky. I'm gonna go with Becky. Then I don't know if this is the main event, but it is the tag team match between Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Yeet, who will fight John Cena, Logan Paul, and it's significant because John Cena's he's gonna ruin wrestling, right? Cody Rhodes' first match since WrestleMania, right? So that's a coin toss. I can see it going either way. I can see Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes winning. I can see Cena and Logan Paul winning. That's a toss up. I can't really tell who's gonna win. I don't know. That's the thing. Ugh, why is that so hard to tell? Because like Cena, they want Cena to go strong and end strong, but I also don't think that Jey Uso is gonna lose as if he's the world champ. Like, you can't. That's the thing when you have both the world champions fighting each other. Like one of them has to lose. I'm gonna go that John Cena and Logan Paul are gonna win due to some dirty shenanigans, whether it's the brass knucks or the belts or Travis Scott or The Rock or whatever it is. I think John Cena and Logan Paul will win due to outside factors, due to heel shenanigans because they are heels, and that's what I think is gonna happen. That's inevitably what I think will happen. There's nothing else that can really happen. There's nothing else that will happen, in my opinion. I don't think anything else will happen. Okay, so I don't know if this is an actual match, but they said CM Punk versus Boston Reed. I don't know if that's an actual match, but okay, so there's these rumored matches, and these were okay, yeah, these aren't gonna happen. If Money in the Bank is Saturday, Money in the Bank is Saturday. But let me talk about some other stuff. Dominic Mysterio won the US, or sorry, won the IC title at WrestleMania, guys. I think Dominic Mysterio will be fighting Finn Balor soon for that championship, so stay tuned. I think that's gonna happen soon. And I think that, unfortunately, as much as I love as much as I love Dominic, I think Finn Balor is gonna win the title off of Dominic Mysterio, and he's gonna go back and he'll start getting his win streak back because he hasn't won a match in so long. So I think that will be his first ever win soon. I think that's what they want to do. I think that's what they want to do with that whole Finn Balor Judgment Day storyline. I think the only reason why Roxanne Perez is there is so that Finn Balor can have a distracting. I think the only reason why Finn Balor is there so he or Roxanne is there is so Finn Balor can be like, oh, like he he's trying to be manipulative. Let's be real. He's trying to be a manipulative villain. He's trying to do all these things to get into Liv's head and Dominic's head just so he can win the title underneath him. I think when the faction does split, it's gonna be Dominic, Liv and Raquel, Roxanne, JD, and Finn. Carlito probably would have been the middleman, like so, but I don't know. Carlito's gone now, so I can't really say anything about Carlito now. But yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen. So that's my Money in the Bank predictions. That's what I think is gonna happen on Money in the Bank. That's what I think about these rumors, the releases. Oh, one more thing I wanted to talk about. Mariah May is on NXT, ladies and gentlemen. Mariah May is on NXT, and I think we all know what's gonna happen. JC Jane, like I'm sorry, JC Jane. JC Jane, I know you just won the title from Stephanie Valkyr. Stephanie Valkyr just got called up. That's why you won it. And you're gonna lose it to Mariah May. I think everybody knows that Mariah May is gonna be your next NXT Women's Champion. So, congrats to Mariah May on finally making it to the WWE. Now, I want to see Mariah May versus Jordan Grace. That would be a good match. I want to see that. But yeah, Mariah May in the WWE. Let's talk about it. What do you guys think? What you guys' opinions on it? I want to hear your guys' thoughts, reactions to all this. We got more reaction videos coming out soon. So stay tuned. We got more videos. We might start doing some quiz videos. I might do a Money in the Bank quiz tomorrow. So let me know if I should do a WWE Money in the Bank quiz tomorrow. And I'll do that Money in the Bank quiz. And yeah. And yeah. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe, subscribe, comment, send this video to your friends. And yeah, it's Mania. And I'm out.